waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go. And here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. Jack the Galveston Giant Johnson, 200 pounds with a reach of 74 inches. And facing him is Jack Dempsey, 6'1" tall, 201 pounds.
We'll be talking about this fight for years to come. This is one of those classic fights that everybody wants to see.
The Galveston Giant himself, Jack Johnson, one of the most important athletes in the history of sports. Has there ever been a more influential character in all of the sweet science? Jack, the Manasseh Mauler Dempsey, one of the legends of all legends. One of the best to ever lace up the gloves, no doubt about it.
You can hardly hear yourself speak. The fans are going mad for this.
This bout is scheduled for 15 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Galveston, Texas. Presenting the legendary first African-American heavyweight champion, please welcome the renowned heavyweight champion of the world, known as the Galveston Giant, introducing Jack Johnson. Fighting out of the blue corner from Manasseh, Colorado, a true legend of boxing. Here is one of the all-time greats of the sport, the acclaimed heavyweight champion of the world, known as the Manasseh Mauler, introducing Jack Dempsey.
You can tell both of these fighters are exuding confidence as they touch gloves, and here we go.
Todd, I'm going to stay here till the end of the night, because if you're a fight fan like me, this is what I live for.
No doubt about it, this was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. That is illegal. Beautiful counterpunch. No rest for the weary. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
How about that time counter shot? You don't want to trade shots. Caution being thrown to the wind. Going to punch himself out, though. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Johnson in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Switch it on. Good man. You say focus? Go on. Don't let him back in or anything.
You gotta get out there and win this round, kid. You got everything in the bag.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is If it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Your footwork has to be on point when you're fighting a swarmer. If it's not, you're going to get caught in the corner and beaten up.
Oh man, you've got a swarm in your face. You've got to try and push him off, make him go into the rope. You've got to sometimes fight fire with fire. Hit him low on the blind side of the referee. Get him angry.
This fight has a real good flow to it. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Misses with that uppercut. Careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Straight right just misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Johnson in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it.
Keep him on the
Let's get it started in round 3. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Catch and shoot. You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fists. Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. Good right cross. That counter punch caught him clean. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
They've got to watch out for that uppercut. We're not seeing a lot of defense. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Johnson in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Slick. Back on the job. It was a god-awful round, I tell you.
I could give him no free shots, yeah?
Here we go to the 4th round. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on there. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice defense on that hook. the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Carrying away the right hook. Oh my word! Jack Johnson on the defense. What's he gonna do to get out of this trouble? And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Does well to block that left jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. And Galveston Giant in real trouble now. Talk about Johnson in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Have to. Good man. Stick him in the end of your jab and then start gathering your pace. Game much, keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear. Practice. You've done all that work in camp. You gotta get out there and switch on. Get your boxing back together. Get your mind back on the job.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
Do you believe this? So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show him your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
He wasn't ready for that counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Johnson in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who had... Let's start the 6th. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They have no respect for each other's punching power. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Misses with the jab. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Johnson in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Switched off completely. Done all your work, all shots. Good work. And don't forget the jab. Don't get carried away. You've been coasting this fight, and now you're going to let him get back in. Now it's a tough one.
I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking for that one shot or anything. Just set him up and you'll take him out. Look, he's ready to go. He's gone already.
Just by that confidence, stop him in his tracks.
We'll ride it out. Go out there and finish him.
Those 1-2s do you. Come on. You've let him back into this. You're better than this, kid.
Great round. Just keep them on the other end of that jab, and
Just get your rhythm back. We go again.
The referee calling for seconds out. Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather.
Focus back at that jab back. Just box, be smart, get your shots.
And there's the bell to start round 7. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Got his gloves up to block the left jab. And he scores with the counter. Nice counter shot. Good looking hook, but it was blocked. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Do you believe what we're seeing? Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. A well-placed hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Johnson in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
shots in there, varied up a little bit so you get.
Kid, what are you doing? Come on, switch on. Switch on.
You were smart, you weren't loading up, you were still landing your power shots.
Good work. Get focused, get your mind back on the job, get back out there and win the round.
Hold that and do what you gotta do. Good work. Just the same again, don't change too much, just keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear. Good man. You stay focused?
Okay, go out there, you win this next round for me, kid. Let's get out of the...
Just keep them on the other end of that jab, and you get your time in.
Your jab. Breathe when you're stepping around.
get your mind.
A little bit. We can't figure it out. Good work. I don't want you to load up.
Let him back into the fight. You're way better than this.
Time winding down as we get set to jump back in the action.
Ready to go. He's gone already. Just
Switch on. Get your boxing back together. You've been coasting this fight, and now you're gonna let him get it.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Got his gloves up to block the left jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Holding nothing back here in the round. Straight right just misses. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Johnson in that last round. I promise. And there's the bell for round 9. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Blocks that jab. Good defense stopping that jab. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Nice defense with that jab. That jab misses. Swing and a miss with that hook. Good right cross. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. About Johnson in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
The right hand's beautiful.
It's round 10. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
time they drop their guard, they get caught. We're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
What can they change? They can change their attitude, they can change their nervous system for a certain amount of punches per round, because otherwise, if they deviate from the game plan, they're going to be shattered once again and the fight will be over.
Stamina is off the charts. And Jack Johnson is dazed. I don't believe it. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Dempsey in that last round. Now you start. Here we go in the championship rounds, round 11. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship round. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
That left hand misses. Punch, counter punch. Good counter punching. That counter punch caught him clean. Punch. Look at the swelling and the bruising. They're going to take a look, and they may stop this fight. So the referee took a look and decides, let's keep going. Despite what the judges score. Let's talk about Johnson in that last round. How much cardio was... There's the bell for round 12. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Well done with that counter shot. You'd like to see more jabs. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this battle?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think them. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
Gonna punch himself out though. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That jab misses. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny? Oh, no, I gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Can you believe this? The legend himself, Jack Johnson, is about to go! It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Bing Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Johnson in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more.
The right hand's beat.
There's the bell to start the round. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
What were they doing that now? Are they trying to get an early out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. A lot of effort being exerted here. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
His stamina is off the charts. Oh no, Dempsey is hurt. I don't believe what we're seeing here.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Time they throw a shot, they get countered. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Johnson in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
There's a lot on the line here.
You're boxing, be smart, get your shots in.
Great round. Now relax.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Gut-busting right uppercut. Nice counter punch right up the middle. This fighter's not... Hold it right there! Jack Dempsey, oh boy, in trouble! And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Johnson on the defense. What's he gonna do to get out of this trouble? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. The great heavyweight. Let's talk about Johnson in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have. So here we are, the final round of the fight. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last.
I wouldn't be surprised if they stopped this fight considering the swelling and the bruising. And the referee says no more. This fight is over.
I was getting a little anxious there. This is a career-ending fight.
Well, Johnny, how do you rate the performance after this stoppage win?
A TKO, we've got to see it again. Because